Hi everyone, it's sure to be another emotional night at Spitz Stadium as the Lethbridge Bulls and Vauxhall Baseball Academy Jets pay tribute to a pair of outstanding young men. It's the second annual Tanner Craswell and Mitch McLean Memorial Game. Craswell and McLean, along with Tabitha Steppel, were killed in a tragic roadside shooting near Claresholm in December 2011. First pitch will go at 7:05 at Spitz Stadium. Tickets are available at the gate. Alberta is renowned throughout the country as being a hockey power, and this summer our province will host its first ever hockey summit. Hockey Alberta is hosting the summit August 22nd through to the 24th in Banff and is being joined by the Western Hockey League, Hockey Canada, and the Flames and Oilers in this important venture. The purpose of the three-day summit: to build a shared vision for the game in our province and ensure Alberta remains a world leader in hockey leadership and development for years to come.
One of the reasons that that we all are so proud of this province and certainly proud of Hockey Alberta is that we're always trying to be on the leading edge and on the progressive edge of that. And I think that we believe that hopefully when people look back after this summit, what happens is people can look back in 5 or 6 years and say, what are they doing right in Alberta? That ultimately would be a terrific goal of ours.
Having all these major organizations on board like the Flames and Western Hockey League was critical to putting on a credible event.
Because that's what all the young kids in this province, that's who they look up to. And you know what, Rob, when all those three partners look into what you're doing at Hockey Alberta, they're going to go, wow, you run a professional organization.
It's one thing to support the event, but it's one thing to be engaged in the event, and we hope to have all of our teams. It is a busy time of the season, of course, as they get ready for their opening of their training camps, but we intend to have our clubs very actively involved and ensure that we are contributing to the discussions and participating actively and learning more, quite frankly, about some of the challenges at other levels of the game.
The one thing that I know about Alberta, living here off and on over the last 13 years, they're not afraid to take that first step. And sometimes that first step is the hardest one. But I know Albertans will do that, take that step, and hopefully the rest of the country will follow and say, you know what, this worked well, let's do what Alberta did.
All Albertans are encouraged to attend this meeting of the Hockey Minds in August. Go to hockeyalberta.ca to register.
One thing the body checking decision has shown us that there's a lot of passion, which we knew about. So we certainly think that this will be a great, enjoyable opportunity for people to talk about the game. I mean, player safety is one of the items, but player development, all the things that I think our Alberta public cares deeply about. I think if anything's shown me in the last 3 weeks, this would be a fantastic session for that fantastic summit to be at.
The Hockey Alberta Summit in Banff will feature 4 guest speakers, starting with Hall of Fame goaltender Ken Dryden, Ryan Walter, Dr. Steve Norris, and Dr. George Kingston. Former Lethbridge Bronco Brian Trottier will headline this year's Warner Hockey School dinner and gala. Trottier and Warriors head coach Mikko Makela played together with the New York Islanders back in the day. The event goes on Saturday to help raise money for the school's scholarship fund. Tickets are available by calling the school. Wrestling is one step closer to staying in the Olympic Games. The International Olympic Committee has put wrestling back on the short list of sports to be admitted in the Games in 2020. Baseball, softball, and squash are also on the list. Earlier this year, the IOC announced it was considering dropping wrestling. Baseball and softball were dropped after the Beijing Games in 2008. However, the IOC has ruled out 5 sports already: karate, roller sports, sport climbing, skateboarding, and the Chinese martial art of wushu. The IOC makes its final decision this fall. It is a mountain that has remained elusive to even some of the world's best climbers, but a new exhibit is making Mount Everest accessible to all. The exhibit is at Canada's Sports Hall of Fame in Calgary and was unveiled this morning. It features some of the equipment used by Dave Rodney, who was the first Canadian to summit the mountain on 2 separate occasions, in fact. 2 of the rocks he brought back from the summit are also on display. The opening coincides with the 60th anniversary of the first successful climb of the mountain, and you have until the end of August to experience that.
Pretty cool.
No doubt about it. Rocks from Everest, that's cool.
Coming up next, we are going to have Hits of the Week when we come back.